Dear friends, once again VK Jain sir की MEP classes. I am VK Jain. My dear students, my dear consultant engineers and architects. This particular series known as Module E8 is about electrical lighting accessories. Now this is a very rare type of subject, but it is necessary for you to understand electrical fittings and illumination, which I shall be taking up separately also. Type of electrical fittings and illumination, definition of illumination, different definition terms regarding illumination. Okay, dear friends, as is obvious from this term lighting accessories, these are the supporting components used along with light sources and luminary to install, control, protect, distribute, and enhance lighting system. They don't usually produce light themselves, but are essential for proper lighting and lighting performance, safety, and aesthetic. Common lighting accessories are electrical and control accessories, lamp holders, that is bulb holders of different type, uh, and then third, ballast and chokes, electromagnetic or electronic fluorescent or HID lamp. There are different type of ballast used for this. LED divers. LED divers are used with the LED fitting to convert the AC power into DC power of constant current and constant voltage. This may be 6 to 12 voltage, and they generate heat also. That becomes a slight problem for air conditioning systems. Starters and igniters. The fluorescent and HID lamps will define them. What is HID? Dimmers are manual, electronic, DALI 1 and 2, timers and sensors, occupancy sensors, motion and daylight sensors. Now these become necessary as per electrical ECBC, Energy Conservation Building Code, which is now modified in 2024 as electrical ECBC 2024. Then switches and relays on and off for automatic control. Then fifth category of accessories is for decorative and aesthetic purpose. This may take the form of lamp sets, decorative covers and trims. Vessels will define what are vessels. These are circular item covering a particular fitting for uh, protecting, increasing its decorum. One, second, protecting this fitting against sealing, and vessels are provided self-illuminated type also, so that even if the light is off, you are able to see the position of light. Then color filters are provided, and they are also known as gels. Now I'll show you how many different type of gels are there. But gels are different from the no, acrylic covers. The gels are for color filtering purpose. The last category is special and emergency lighting accessories. emergency lighting modules, exit sign accessories, pictogram diffusers, remote indicators, touch switches for emergency light. This subject I am not taking under this series. They are already discussed in fire series and illumination series. To understand different type of lamp holders or sockets, we the people make a common mistake while purchasing a particular type of lamp, thinking that it will be easy for them to install at home. But the proper type of lamp holder must be there where you want to provide a particular lamp type. Now they vary by base type, like common addition screw ES or twist lock bayonet cap BC type, and function like hanging pendant, wall mounted buttons. Buttons are the ordinary type of fitting. Most ordinary box type of fitting are known as button fitting, and these may be pendant type or wall mounted. Wall mounted button may be provided on the exterior portion also, and angular holders. You may provide angular holders also with materials like porcelain or plastic. They connect bulbs to electrical power with key types of in, their key types are including screws, ES, GS, SES, pin type. Several type are there internationally, and I am not going into detail of that. And specialized holders for automotive or industrial use. We are not discussing this. Ensuring secure contact for different bulb designs. Uh, we'll discuss uh, the different type of bases. Addition screw, most common bulb screw includes E27 standard, E14 small, and E40 may be giant for a very big wattage lamp. Bayonet cap BC. This is twist and lock mechanism with two pins, B22 and V15. These are common in UK, Australia, and India. It may be pin type bipin. Uses pin for connection, including GV10. These pin type are not used in India, but you may find them for fittings imported in India from foreign countries. Okay, friends, some popular type of lamp holders are shown here. This one is most common, which is known as BC, bayonet cap lamp holder. You put the lamp here, slightly rotate it so that they can get inserted here. And then this is suppose a type of lock. The pendant holder are provided with the flexible wire, and the fitting is uh, hanging type. This is another bayonet cap design used in. This is slightly protected so that you don't come in contact with the metallic part. This is the metallic part, but here you will not be able to contact it accidentally. This is the same thing, but provided with a slight angle so that you may have proper light for your purpose. This is bracket holder. This is hanging type, hanging uh, by ordinary twisted wire, and you can clamp the lamp here. This is tube light holder. This is screw type addition lamp holder. Same thing, but for smaller lamps, normally provided for lower voltage, and similar different type of holders. Friends, this particular slide shows you miscellaneous accessories. This we have already discussed. Holders. Then we have different type of plugging devices for getting electrical power. We have a ceiling rose. Ceiling rows are provided on ceiling to provide suspended type of fittings, from which suspended type fittings can be hanged. This is a switch which you provide uh, on hanging wires at a lower height so that you can switch off. These are the bakelite covers provided on electrical switchboards. Once again, different type of holders, metallic and non-metallic and porcelain based. These are porcelain based. These are all metallic. Friends, now we are discussing LED divers. LED divers, you may be knowing that all LED lighting fixtures use drivers. These are the electronic component which convert the 230 volt AC into a smaller DC voltage, maybe 6, 12, 6, 9, 12, something like that. And then the LED start emitting light. First of all, let me tell you the LED require very fe- fewer accessories and lamp parts. LED require a reliable power supply to operate. Drivers for LED light supply this power, converting alternating current AC to direct current at lower voltage. They ensure the power supply is constant and uninterrupted while compensating for change in the temperature and electrical conductivity of the LED. This prevents overheating, flickering, and color changes and uh, degraded performance. Friends, this table shows energy consumption for two different type of chokes: magnetic choke or ballast and electronic choke or ballast. Energy efficiency in case of magnetic is very less. Here it is higher. Uses up to 30% less energy. One thing I should tell you that whatever this energy loss is there, it is going as a heat, and if such a ballast are provided of any of these two, that heat, say 6 to 9 watts or 2 to 3 watts in LED, goes as a heat absorbed by the air conditioning system, so it increases the air conditioning load. Friends, certain type of electrical luminary uh, need An igniter, first let me define it. An igniter is a starting device that generates voltage pulses to start a discharge lamp. We'll discuss what are discharge lamps, different type. One is sodium discharge and some other metal halide systems. The lighting igniters provide a brief high voltage pulse to ignite the gases inside the lamp. The lamp is filled with metal halide and mercury vapor, sodium vapor, this type of thing, and you have to you have to provide a higher voltage. You have to, for clicking them and igniting them so that they start working because in the first instance they don't have secondary emission. So igniters are required for secondary emission. They are designed to ensure the reliable and smooth starting behavior of lighting system. Some light sources cannot be ignited with normal man voltage. High pressure discharge lamp, for example, require upstream igniter and low pressure mercury vapor like fluorescent tube. Fluorescent tubes are known as low pressure mercury vapor. There is high pressure mercury vapor lamp also. So these are called starters. Both types of lamp work on the principle of gas discharge, which is generated between two electrodes, provided between two electrodes. When cold, applying an operating voltage has no effect. The gas path between the electrodes must first be ionized, and for that they require very high voltage, which is provided by the igniter. As I told in previous slide, the high intensity discharge lamps, which are known as HID lamps, are a type of electrical gas discharge lamp which produces light by means of electrical arc between tungsten electrodes housed inside a translucent or transparent varieties of the lamp. This is the diagram is shown here. The lamp gate voltage between this electrode and this electrode, and this is the high discharge tube. And this has screw type system, and there is a resistance provided for starting this. This heats up the system, the resistance, and then a spark is emitted between these two electrodes. They can be mercury vapor lamps, mercury vapor high pressure HVMB, mercury vapor lamp, metal halide. These lamps you must have seen in cricket ground. Normally these metal halide lamps are used for lighting illumination purpose because they have a high color rendering light emitted by them. These can be ceramic, metal halide. Then there are sodium vapor lamps. Sodium vapor lamps are of two type: high pressure sodium vapor lamp, which you normally see as a orange color and used in exterior, mostly street lighting. This one, and there is another low pressure sodium vapor lamp, which is highest efficiency lamp ever evolved by humanity. They give you 150 lumen per watt, uh, so very high. But these uh, LPSV, low pressure sodium vapor lamps are monotonic. Their color is simple yellow, yellowish color, and if you remain more than 10 to 15 minutes, it creates uh, anxiety in your mind and disturbs you. So they are provided in such area where you are where less human beings are involved. Say like trains, locomotive sacks, like your other uh, this bus terminals and on airport terminals where less humans are involved. They are provided in the apron area also. The next category is xenon short arc lamp. They are not very much in use. I have shown different type of lamps. This is your fluorescent tube, which is low pressure mercury vapor. This is the mercury vapor lamp, which is known as high pressure mercury vapor. This is high pressure sodium lamp. This is the low pressure sodium lamp, and this is metal halide, which is used in mostly in sports. This gives a better color characteristic and a high efficiency. Its efficiency is more than mercury vapor, high pressure mercury vapor. This one, this lamp, mercury vapor. High pressure sodium vapor lamp, HPSV, emit a broader spectrum of light than the low pressure lamps, but they still have proper color rendering than other type of the lamp, that is low pressure. These low pressure sodium lamps give only monochromatic, as I told in previous slide. Yellow, it is orange, monochromatic orange, one frequency light, inhibiting color vision at night. A sodium vapor lamp is a gas discharge lamp that uses sodium in an excited state to produce light at a characteristic wavelength near 589 nanometers. Two varieties of such lamps exist, as discussed earlier, low pressure and high pressure. Low pressure sodium lamps are highly efficient electrical light sources, but they due to their orange monochromatic lamp restricts application to outdoor lighting such as street light. These, as I told you, they are provided in railway marshalling yard, at airport, and some places where less human are involved. Friends, now I will let you know what is a dimmer. Dimmer is a equipment through which we can dim the lighting output of a particular uh, lamp to its various modes. The Energy Conservation and Sustainable Building Code. I am telling this, the Energy Conservation and Sustainable Building Code ECSBC 2024 is applicable to buildings or building complexes where a load of 100 kilowatt or greater or a contract demand of 120 kVA is there. Earlier, this type of load will come in air conditioned building. One, this is very important code of India, without which no building using more than 100 kilowatt can be erected in India. You have to take permission from ECSBC department, that Bureau of Energy Efficiency. These are they have defined this code is applicable in both the cases where 100 kilowatt load or commercial building. In commercial building, a building or a part of building used for commercial activities. So these can be of two. These commercial building can be divided in two groups. One is group one, which where the transactions are going 24 hours round the clock, like hospitality, hotels, healthcare, and assembly building and business building of certain types. In group two, regular buildings which have less number of hours working, 8 to 10 hours. And these buildings are, most of the buildings are this type: business building, educational building, shopping complexes. Of course, shopping complexes require lighting in night hours after evening. The rule says that at least 90% of all interior lighting fixture by wattage in building shall be equipped with automatic control device that shall function on either occupancy sensor. Occupancy sensors are the sensors which are provided, and they have a jurisdiction of about 70 square meter. Uh, about 70 square meter round area can be provided with occupancy sensor, and that occupancy sensor detects your presence of the occupant. It may be uh, whether it is there or not. If it is not there, then you have to switch off. This is the purpose. And another purpose is uh, another purpose is that you provide uh, dimming facility. So the area of a room which is 300 square meter and facing to sunlight, there the first row of lighting can be dimmed 75% because you are getting daylight. So this type of feature has been involved by ECSVC. ECSVC. Friends, a modern dimmer is an electronic device designated to regulate light output for incandescent, halogen, fluorescent, and fixtures equipped with special dimming ballast. They can also dim some modern LED lamp also. The brightness of lamp is determined by the power transferred to it. So the more the waveform is chopped off, the more it dims the light. Now we'll be discussing some more accessories that are not so important. These may be bracket, clamps, screws, nuts, and adapters used to securely attach, support, and organize various devices. The second, optical and light control accessories are the things like lenses. Will read what are they? Snoots, warn doors, grids, diffusers, filters, and stands that shape, modify, and direct light for photography, filmmaking, and architectural lighting, or fiber optics, allowing precise control over intensity spread. Friends, now we are discussing the accessories known as louvers. Louvers are the grid-like or slated structure fitted over or inside a lamp fixture to control the direction and spread of light. A louvered lighting fixture uses slated panels, louvers, to control light. Is typically embedded in the suspension ceiling. I'll show you the diagram. This this is a suspended ceiling type of fitting. How it is work, we'll see. Typically embedded in the suspended ceiling, directing light downwards, reducing glare. The purpose is for all luminaires type of sets is to reduce the glare and creating uniform, comfortable illumination ideal for offices and commercial spaces using LED or fluorescents. This is this can be made of aluminum, steel, or plastic arranged in parallel or egg crate formation. Cellular pattern can be is- specular, mirror finish, or matte finish. Friends, let us discuss baffles. Baffles are opaque or semi-opaque barriers inside or around the lamp that block the shape of light output. This is it is enclosed in a baffle structure. This fitting. Baffles are available in silver and white, can be individually removed and even fitted with black acoustic pad to absorb sound. So this baffling primarily is used for acoustic purpose, for sound control, for diffusing sound uniformly in an area, but it is used here for lighting purpose also. It is made of metals or plastic, often finished in black, white or matte colors, fixed radially or concentrically around the lamp. They cut off high angle light, reduce discomfort glare, provide the directional lighting, enhancing contrast and depth. All these last three item will discuss in illumination series. Friends, a snoot is a device which creates distortion in your face or your body artificially. So these are used in dramatic lighting illumination systems. It is a light modifier that attaches to a flash or strobe to narrow and focus the beam of light, creating a tight, concentrated spotlight effect. These two, one and this. Snoops are used to add dramatic high contrast lighting by isolating a specific area of the subject, like an eye in the portrait or a logo in the logo of a project, while leaving the rest of scene in shadow. Say you can see the shadow here, but the eyes are illuminated. So this is the purpose of using snoops. Friends, opal glass diffusers are similar to ground glass but have one surface coated with a milky white opal layer, providing even light diffusion. This coating allows them to achieve a near Lambert distribution. Now, Lambert distribution is taught in illumination. We'll take up there. But the high level of diffusion results in significant scattering loss. This is the deficiency of this system. Friends, now we are discussing linear light fixture. Linear light fixtures are the fixtures having length more than breadth. These are called linear and they have a cover which is known as a lens. So in linear light fixtures, lenses are a great accessories to diffuse light that would otherwise be too harsh for some environments. Both Frosted and prismatic lenses are considered light diffusing lenses, but each have its own objective. Say if you are in ICU or in uh, some similar places in the hospital, and if the patient is lying below the fitting, it's very difficult to view this fitting. It creates distortion in his mind. Frosted lenses are usually made with glass or polycarbonate and go through a sand blasting process to create their frosted look. The surface is sand blasted, means high pressure glass walls are thrown on the surface and that creates the frosted look. The added texture that is created by this process is what diffuses the light that shines through the lenses. Because of that, the light beam gets blurred around the edges and has a more consistent gradient from the center to edge of the beam. The consistency of gradient ensures an even light spread. This is the defect. Friends, when I was in government department like CPWD at various level for 35 years, the early years of our service, we had been talking lighting fitting with the Perspex cover. Now, Perspex is a brand name for a type of transparent thermoplastic known generally as acrylic or polymethyl methec, methacry, methacrylate, popularly known as PMMA. Its well-known trade name Perspex and the Perspex cover they are very costly as compared to other acrylic covers. That is the huh? Now I'll show you Perspex, plexiglass, lucite, acrylite. These are the brand names. They guarantee against discoloration for next 10 years. That means you can use them for 10 years, but not more than that. Perspex is a premium brand of acrylic and generally more expensive than generic acrylic sheets. Perspex is available in vast range of colors and characteristics including clear, opal, solid and translucent colors, pastels, fluorescents, pearlescent, metallic and recycled Perspex. Remember this can be recycled and sold at lower cost. Friends, now we are talking of narrow beam, that is beam spread. Beam spread means how much it is spread after getting emitted from a particular fitting, how much area it covers. And it is known as uh, if you divide the spread centrally and at the end of the beam, the fitting is there. So how much area it makes, that is known as beam spread. Beam spread can be narrow beam, wide beam, and asymmetric. This is what we narrow beam. A narrow beam has an angle of 20 spread, focuses light into a concentrated tight pattern. This is often achieved in floodlights using a specular, highly reflective asymmetric reflector with a baffle to control direct glare. The purpose of defining them in narrow, wide, or asymmetric becomes more clear when you do road lighting. And in illumination, I will tell you what are the different terms. For now, you kindly take that any fitting providing up to 67 beam spread is known as a wide beam. Asymmetric distribution shines more light in one specific direction than others, as it is asymmetric. The function of asymmetric lighting is commonly used for wall washing or grazing. It illuminates a vertical surface evenly from a distance. So this may be used for flood lighting and face lighting, facial lighting. Friends, there is a term like light beam. Light beam is an elegant rectilinear box baffle tailored with the inside LED lighting. These sound absorbing baffles fit beautifully in both small and large spaces and is available in two profiles, wide and narrow. These are the light beams, one beam, another, and this. This is another series of, these are the beams, and these are another series of beams. They provide a colored effect. Uh, So these systems are effective for both acoustics as well as for lighting. Friends, this is a linear type light fitting, sewn upright. Actually, it should be that way. It is provided with the louvers. These louvers you can see. These are prismatic lenses that are made with glass or polycarbonate and have tiny prism, hence the name prismatic, etched into the material. The dozens of tiny prisms act as a unit to diffuse light by widening and softening the light beam, as opposed to softening the edges of the beam and creating a uniform gradient like frosted lenses. However, because of the prism, these lenses have an uneven distribution of light. Friends, this particular circular item is known as lamp bezels. Lamp bezels are a type of electrical fitting that is used to protect and decorate the surface of a light fixture. This complete system is, they are typically made of metal or plastic and come in a variety of shapes and sizes. Lamp bezels can be used with a variety of light fixtures including ceiling light, wall light and table lamps. Okay, so the vessel is a system, and this may be self-illuminating type also. Friends, in this particular slide, I have shown color filters and color gels. Color gel are here. Now, color diffusers are absorption filter made of colored glass which absorb light in specific wavelength ranges in varying degrees and let the other ranges pass to a major extent. One particular light is absorbed. Say if this is blue, it will absorb the blue light. So this is the idea, to varying degree, and let other ranges pass to a major extent. That means it will let blue pass and absorb all other colors. Depending on the technical function and translucence in a specific wavelength ranges, these absorption filters are called color filters, daylight illumination filter, high pass filter, etc. Now color gels are a similar item, but they are thin pieces of tinted transparent material placed over a lighting source. They are used by photographers who want to compensate their lighting to daylight tones and tungsten sources. So color, these are small different colors, they are shown here. Friends, wire guards are constructed of tempered steel with wire and welded into a rectangular grid pattern for ultimate in protection. Uh, these are the construction detail. I am not going into that for a particular make. Wire guards are provided over fittings to safeguard them with pilferage and theft in the public places. Now, this is a linear type of fitting covered by this one, so that people are not able to take out the fluorescent tube or lamp and take away home. So the construction, wire guard construction is something like that. There is any wire guard system provided in the fittings which are provided in toilets, public area. So people are um, in habit of taking away the lamp from this. So they are protected through and locked.